Shit's hilarious. Whee! A little chilly today. What a day, what a day. I feel like everything just kind of slows down sometimes. Lowe's parking lot wheelies. I love the new system here at Lowe's. Just like a little bin up here up front, these lockers. You just go and scan this fucking barcode at the thing and it pops your locker open. So check that out. Bam, there you go. And there's your order. Now how much quicker could it be? It's not quicker if you sit there, I'll guarantee you that. Takes them a half an hour to get out here. Killing the Lowe's parking lot wheelies though. Got all the plumbing done on the trailer and I needed one clamp. Go figure. Can you believe we're still in Austin, Texas? It's one thing I like about Austin. You can be in the city, you turn a corner and you're like, am I still in the city? I'm gonna start getting back what brought me to riding in the first place. That is the ability to get out and go distance and, you know, have fun with it. It's those long rides where you can get out and just clear your mind. That's why I started riding. What's up, dog? What's up, dog? I grew up on the old four-wheelers and three-wheelers, those old farm ones, you know, the big old fucking three-wheeler with the balloon tires that everybody's scared of. I started riding on the street about 10 years ago, you know, got the 250 and had it for like 6 months, got tired of it, got a 600. It was a 600E, so it wasn't even an R, but hey, I was moving up in the world. Took a break for a while and then got another one. Ended up with a CBR like I have now, the stone bike I have. It was all full fairing until I wrecked it 2 days before I moved to Texas, actually. I hit a van and fucking broke my shoulder blade in half. So that was fun moving to Texas with a broken fucking shoulder blade. What I call a yammy noobed off the top of the van, or off the van. Hell yeah! I got up and was like, you know, oh, my arm is out, my arm's out. My buddy's like, no, your arm's not out, you're moving it, stop doing that. At the time, my bike was full fairing, and I wanted to do wheelies like I was doing wheelies, but I wanted a street bike still, you know, like I didn't want a stunt bike because I wanted that down and that feel. When I made the decision to actually do the stunt bike thing, dirt bars changed everything. I could actually do wheelies after I did the dirt bars. I'd say I've been doing wheelies like maybe 2 years. You know, I do all my wheelies in controlled environment and or Mexico. I want to get back to where, you know, I can go ride for long distances. I can do wheelies if I want. Well, the Grom's fun, but man, I gotta get me a sport bike again, you know, like a street sport bike. One that's meant to, you know, just, let's say, cruise on. I'm trying to win one off one of these waffles on Facebook, but it's not been working out for me because my Lexus not like that, but maybe I'll get lucky someday. In the works, supermoto, street bike, keeping my stunt bike, keeping my Grom, keeping the trailer. We're just going all out. We're gonna have all kinds of fucking fun. Who knows where it's gonna bring me, guys. I mean, I want to go all around the country. You know, I already did kind of the last couple years. If you know me, you know I've been to a lot of stunt rides all around the country. I think it's time to expand my horizons. I want to join you fast guys again. I want to join you slow cruiser guys again. Fuck you fucking people. Oh, I should have went the other way. I got to make Cali, y'all. I've been to Chicago. I'm from St. Louis. I've been to Florida. I want to do more variety. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you guys will enjoy more variety. So yeah, what would you guys like to see me do? I have a couple plans, like I have a couple ideas that I'm gonna turn into plans, and maybe I'm not really gonna do a series anymore. I'm just gonna have fun with it and do vlogs and bring you guys along for the ride, you know, like do the best I can to put out some edits. Yeah, don't worry guys, it won't all be Grom sitting down wheelies. Oh, so the big bike, update on the big bike, let's do that. Let me tell you the whole story of the big bike. So this thing's a 2000 CBR F4. Like I said, we did rides all over the US last year. We went to El Paso, Texas for a stunt ride called Kill the Border. During that time, I happened to not be running an air filter in my motor, so yes, this is my fault. There was a camera truck that kept going up the left side and it kept kicking up gravel and shit, so I'm pretty sure that gravel got kicked up in there and messed the motor up. It was really smoking like it was pushing oil. So I was like, well, I know from growing up racing cars at the drag strip, when it's pushing oil out the breather like that, it's about to go, so you better stop it. So what I did was I stopped. I didn't ride in El Paso on that Sunday. We went ahead and headed back. I had a parts motor in a parts bike that I had bought. So I pulled my motor out, gonna rebuild it later, put this parts motor in. Once I got it in there, it ran, everything seemed good. It actually had a leak. It had a crack in the block right where the radiator mount is. So it's actually leaking antifreeze through that little crack. I JB welded it, and I thought I had it pretty good, and I got it to stop leaking, you know. And we went to Chicago for Chirac 2020. Friday night, I noticed it was kind of getting hot. Saturday morning, before the ride, I'll just go get antifreeze because, you know, the antifreeze is just water. There was no antifreeze in it, it was just water. So I was like, well, I'll put antifreeze in it because it boiled out. I went to put it in there and I realized that that crack had opened back up, like the JB weld had fucked up. Saturday, my girl was carrying water in her backpack the whole time. Every time we stopped, we'd fill this thing up, and it was just, I burned this motor down in Chicago. So I get back home and I had bought another bike. It was a X-Track bike. Like the motor was good, the block was good, but it was knocking. So when you got it started, like number 3 rod was just knocking. I was like, okay, I'll take this motor that's in my bike now that doesn't knock, that has good crankshaft, bearings and everything, and I'll merge it with this motor out of the race bike, right, that has bad internals but the block is good, so it won't leak. So that's what I did. Pulled both motors. I took the block out of this one, half the block out of the block out of this one and the crankshaft out of the race motor, right? And then I tried to put the motor together, and I realized that on the race motor, the good block, where the water pump bolts on, that's broken off. So now I have a good top block from the race motor, a good bottom block from the parts motor. I have a top for one and a bottom for another, and a crankshaft and rods out of one of them. Now everybody knows that these things are machined together and you're not supposed to switch them, blah blah blah, right? Well, you're not, you're really not. But I did, and it ran great. It never blew up, it never, you know, started knocking or anything. So it was running a little weird on this ride, and when we stopped for gas, it cooled off, and once it cooled off, you know, metal contracts when it cools, so it opened up, and it had no compression, so it blew the head gasket. So I got cheap eBay parts and shit, so it pushed that head gasket out. So it was time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna rebuild the main motor, you know, that original motor that came out of it that I hurt in El Paso. I was like, it's time, I'm gonna rebuild it. I ordered all Honda stuff. I sent the head to a machine shop, had it leveled just to make sure, you know, that it was level and everything. I got new crank bearings, new rod bearings. I even put new rings in it. It ran great, but it only ran for like three, 4 rides, man. And I went on a Saturday Night Live, the first one in January here. I revved it and something happened where, I don't know, something happened. I thought it was just like a venting issue with the tank, but it turns out that it started smoking. So it must have like broke a ring or something's wrong with the block. I sent the head out, but I didn't send the block to a machine shop. What I'm guessing is something's out around in the block, or the block has a crack in it. You can fire it up in my garage right now. It fires right up, sounds great, revs great, but when it gets warm, it starts to push oil. So something's wrong there, and I really don't want to hurt it, you know, to where it breaks the block and comes apart. Today's status of this whole story is there is a new motor with 20,000 miles on it on its way from eBay. It's a big what if, you know, will this thing be good enough, you know, to last? The communications actually blow me away. He contacted the shipping thing that I'll pick it up from, because it's, you know, it's freight. He guarantees the motor, so it's totally guaranteed. I even double asked him about it, and he sent me a video. So evidently what this guy does is he gets bikes and he strips them down and he parts them out on eBay. If this motor came out of the bike that's on that video, then I'm gonna be good to go. Like, it is a solid motor. It sounds great. Even my girl said, oh, that sounds like your bike. Like, it sounds exactly like my bike. Hopefully everything works out with it and it turns out to be a good motor. So as soon as I get that all in, I'll be back on the big bike. When I had the chin mount on before, I couldn't jump the spreader or anything. I couldn't do anything like that, or pull the 50-50 or high chairs and shit. Like, I couldn't do that stuff yet. So I'm interested to see what this view looks like. So that's the update on the big bike, guys. I don't know if you wanted to know everything, but that's the story. Hell yeah. Thanks for all the support, guys. Really appreciate it. Oh, look. Sup, dog? Sup, dog? Where are you going? Well, thanks for checking out the channel, guys. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there. Peace. Yeah. Yeah.